it says the average speed going home is 7 slower than. So Thomas maybe look at 7 and say, hey, I'm going to translate this. 7, so he made 7. Less or slower, he would just put subtraction. And then the average speed going to work, it was S, so you put 7 minus S. No. And thank you, Thomas, for sharing that. Okay, we have to thank him if you do it well in your final, because that we call a word-by-word translation. No, when you read, you have to read the whole sentence. There's some sentence structure. There's some phrases. Okay, it says 7 slower than S. Okay, you are comparing with S. So you start with S and then take away 7. Okay, thank you. So what we have, Thomas, it should be S minus 7. S minus 7. Does it make sense? Okay? So the speed going to work is S, and the speed coming back home is S minus 7. So not this, not that. Okay? Now, the distance going to work is 20 miles. And on the way home, just what?
No, it's 20 miles.
It's 20 miles, but you only travel 16 miles to have, it takes the same time to go to work, right? Going to work takes the same time it takes to travel 16 miles on the way home. So the time is the same. What is the same? The same time. What is the same? The time that you travel to work, which is 20 miles, is the same to travel 16 miles on the way home. Okay? So now let's see, what is the time? For 20 miles, and if your speed is S, it will be what? 20 over S. Travel 16 miles, and the speed is S minus 7, so the time is what? 16 over S minus 7. So you say, we care what is equal. What is equal? Time. Time. The time going to work 20 miles is the same as the time 16 miles on the way home. Am I correct? Okay, so now you say 20 over S equals to 16 over S minus 7. This is the most important part. We call setting up the model. We call modeling. Nowadays, if you know how to do modeling, you have very, very big salary. It is hard to create a correct or appropriate model. Okay? Then you say, how do I solve this model? Well, this is an algebra equation. Then you go and hire some high school student and say, this is a part-time job. Open your book, chapter 5, look for rational equations and see how you solve it. Right, solving this equation is not really need any critical thinking. Okay, it's just algebra. You just need to do it right, right? But then to set up this from the situation, understanding what is equal, and setting this equation up, it is modeling. Does it make sense? A lot of time, mathematician is trying to understand the physics or chemistry or biology and remodel it into some kind of ideal model in math and study it and provide the research result for those scientists. Okay, so how do we do this? I'm not going to do for you. You tell me. How do you do this? This is a rational expression, equation. Okay, cross multiply will be equal because it's proportion. It's the same y cross multiply because you multiply LCD on both sides. What is LCD? S times S minus 7. If we multiply S times S minus 7, on the left-hand side is 20 times S minus 7, right? On the right-hand side, times S minus 7. S minus 7 will be divided out, so you have 16 times S, right? You all understand this. I don't need to say too much. This is a very easy linear equation, right? So what is hard? The hard part is understanding this and then set it up correctly. Okay, so I'm so happy. 20s minus 140 equal to 16s. So what do you get? You get 4s equals to 140. So what is your s? So s is 35. So answer? The speed to work is what? 35 miles per hour. Is that okay? All right. Good job. Now I want you to do number 35. Okay, so turn your page. Now this time, you do not need to copy down the problem, but I do want you to rewrite it. Okay? So rewrite this problem in your own words. I give you 3 minutes. Am I correct? Okay? Does it make sense? So even there are so many lines, but if you read carefully, you're going to extract only the walkway travels 2 feet per second, and Hannah can travel 152 feet with the aid of the walkway. In the same time, it takes her to travel 72 feet without the walkway. How fast does she walk? Again, this is a distance model, right? Rate times time equal to distance. And we have to pay attention in the same time. So time is the same. One is with the walkway, one is without the walkway. But either way follow what? Rate times the time equals to distance. Am I correct? Okay, so let's organize that using a table. Did you do that? Can I have you all do together? So let's say this is describing either with the walkway or without the walkway. Am I too fast for you? No. So we don't know what is the rate that she walks, right? So we want to set a variable for that. What is the letter you like? R. Okay. Is Hannah's speed. Okay? So that obviously without the walkway. So if that is R, when she walk with the walkway, will be faster. How much faster? 2 feet per second. So it will be what? R plus 2. Okay? And it says she traveled with the walkway 152 feet. Without the walkway, 72 feet in the same time. How do you find the time? Distance over the rate. So 152 over R plus 2 is the time with the walkway. 72 over R, it will be the time without the walkway. And we know what is equal? Time is equal. So time with the walkway for 152 feet equals to the time without the walkway for 72 feet. Is that right? Okay, so in other words, 152 over R plus 2 equals to 72 over R. Here you go. If you can do this, you can do modeling. Well, simple modeling, right? Does it make sense? And this is what you would run into in your job site. Okay, if you are a urban planner, trying to figure out some kind of design, like how long you should have, in the airport, you have that walkway, right? What is a good length for that walkway? Usually it won't be from beginning to the end, right? They have several sections for different reasons. And you do need to find out, it won't be too short or too long. How do they figure that out? I mean, first of all, this is some kind of situation you would like to think of. I'm not going to finish this. Okay, you can finish. Am I correct? Okay. I would like you to do one assessment. Okay. It's not hard. Just to see how much you have learned and how much you can do by answering those questions. Okay, this is about communication GEO assessment.